Hi everybody, I'm Claudia. I'm Charlie's wife and I work here at Charlie's bookstore. So this is our friend and this is Maya. She's the bookstore dog. She's a very popular item in in Jamestown. People actually come into the store just to talk to Maya, and she's a very smart girl. She knows a lot about books. Okay, I'm going to put her down. Here she is. Now she's on the floor. Sit, Maya. Good girl, stay. She's really a sweetie. Anyway, I just wanted to point out that we are devoted to buying and selling the very best in literature. So in addition to our extensive collection of Western and Gold Rush history, which is pretty comprehensive, we also have a classics section. And I just wanted to point out we have everything from Jane Austen to Bronte, a lot of Shakespeare, poetry, believe it or not, a huge collection of George Bernard Shaw, everything to Hemingway, lots of Steinbeck. We just try to get the things that people, we have to aim for what people are interested in, but also just really high-end good literature, but very inexpensive because most of the books have been gently used. So if you need a good literature book, if you're taking a class, if you have to come in and read Thoreau or something like that, this is the place to come. All right? That's it. All the way down. And if you go down lower, we've got probably everything that Dean Koontz and Stephen King ever, just to balance out the other literature. But it's a lot of fun. Well, while we're talking about Shakespeare, I wanted to point out a very interesting book I just read. I don't know if you can see this, but it's called The Devil Kissed Her. It's about Mary Lamb, and she and her brother Charles wrote the tales from Shakespeare, which are still popular today. They wrote them in the late 1700s. The interesting thing was that this woman murdered her mother. She spent more than half of her life in various institutions, which were just ghastly in those days. And she survived and she wrote, and she's a wonderfully interesting character. So this is up with the Shakespeare books, just in case you're interested in reading some background about people who were involved with Shakespeare. And we also have a lot of books about producing plays. So some real classics and some great collectibles. Thank you. Mystery fans, if you haven't read Stieg Larsson yet, we have all three of his books. The latest one in hardback that's coming out in the movie version this month. And I'm lucky because I got to read all three, and I hope that you get to read all three too. They're fantastic. Oh, I just hear with Maya, possibly the cutest dog in the world, don't you think? Anyway, she wanted me to mention that we have a really good collection of books about dogs, for people who own dogs, or people who love dogs. And cats, by the way. And Maya loves cats, doesn't she? Maya, do you love kitties? 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 Well, yeah, she does. Anyway, this would be our dog and cat section. And it's really very good.